She has studied and traveled all over Egypt and Israel. She has 3 kids, 2 boys and 1 girl. They're all named Daniel. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me. Well, let's get started. The story begins with God's faithful and true servant, Daniel. Honest and trustworthy, King Darius favored him. Fortunately, Daniel also had haters. These haters were called the satraps. Now these satraps, or aka the haters, hated Daniel so much that they wanted him dead. So they huddled up and they brainstormed. While they were in this huddle, one of the haters was like, "Bro, we're not going to be able to get anything on Daniel unless we tie it to him and his God."
Bro, we're not going to be able to get anything on Daniel unless we tie it to him and his God.
3. Yeah. So there was another hater and he was like, "Yo, King Darius is such a pushover. We should just make this decree and make him sign it."
Yo, King Darius is such a pushover. We should just make it a decree and have him sign it.
So this decree basically said that nobody could pray or praise or worship any other god except for King Darius for 30 days. And if somebody did, they'd be thrown into the lion's den. So the same hater was like, "I totally agree with that." And so they all left to the king's palace. So when these haters came to King Darius and they brought the decree, they had to talk him into it a little bit. So they're like, "Oh, King Darius, live forever. Oh, King Darius, you're the only one to be worshipped. Oh, King Darius, you're the best king." And like totally falls for it. He's like, "Oh, I'm so flattered and I'm so ignorant. Of course I'll sign this."
Darius, live forever. Oh, King Darius, you're the only one to be worshipped.
Oh, King Darius, you're the best.
I'm so flattered and ignorant. Of course I'll sign this.
So when Daniel hears about this, he goes home and he's actually gonna pray. The cool thing about this though is that Daniel had no fear when he did this. He did the same routine he always did when he confronted God. He would go up the stairs up to the 2nd floor, wherever it was. He would open the windows and pray for all to see. And can you guess who was watching him pray? Yep, the haters. These haters go running to King Darius, and they're crying out that David does not respect him, David pays no attention to him and his laws.
King Daniel pays no attention to you or your laws.
When King Darius found out by the haters that Daniel was the one that broke the decree, he got depressed. He loved Daniel and cared for Daniel so much that he did not want to throw him in the lion's den.
What next?
That's impossible. It's finished.
At this point, nothing could be changed. King Darius had to go with what the decree said, and Daniel had to be thrown into the lion's den. After Daniel was thrown into the lion's den, King Darius went back to his home and he fasted because he was worried about Daniel so much. And at the break of dawn the next morning, King Darius got up and he went straight to the lion's den to go see if Daniel was okay. And what do you know? Daniel was.
Back to the lines. I think we just lost some of our officials.
Daniel then told King Darius that God sent angels to close the mouths of the lions.
Danny, what happened?
God sent angels to close the mouths of the lions.
After King Darius heard this, he was convinced that God was really God Almighty. And so he passed a decree that said that everybody, every tongue, every nation, everybody in the world had to fear the God of Daniel. And since the haters were hating so much, King Darius knew that there had to be a punishment for them. So in turn, they threw them in the lion's den. While the haters were being thrown in, they were like, "Nah, we were just kidding. No, save us. Oh, come on, bro. Don't be like that."
Just say go.
Hey, let's go. Hey, no, machine gun. Hey, I won't have. We were just kidding. No, save us. No, get that out. No.
And then King Darius said some of the wisest words. He said, "Ain't nobody got time for that."
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Haters gonna hate.
You guys lost the group. I can't record 2 different groups at the same time.
Daniel doesn't respect you.
My hair coming up. What do I do? Ain't nobody got time for that.